Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through!
There are times in life when someone has to nut up and take the smack of responsibility on the chin. And that's what we do here at Fumble Through, especially Lindsay. He's always one for taking a nut on the chin. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We missed a week. To be clear, this is definitely not something that we like happening, but sometimes it's avoidable. And I thought it might be a nice way of moving.
You said sometimes it's avoidable.
It's unavoidable. I did. It's unavoidable.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you may well be getting a sense of why we missed recording last week, because Justin was shit.
Hey, I was doing my best Team America then. That was what that was, Mr. Humbricks. Don't you remember that? Oh, it's one of my favourite voices ever. Anyway, I thought it
Gary!
That's it. That's all wrong. I thought it might be a nice way of moving into what our lives have been doing so our loyal listeners can empathise and understand why we had a break in service and what is going on here at the Fumble Factory at the desk of awesomeness and imagination and stuff like that.
Desk of wood.
All right, we can just say it. I was in rehab.
How is the cocaine habit? You opened a can of cocaine.
What else do you use your nose for?
Yeah. All right. So, let's talk about break-in service. We do this as well as doing life. And sometimes life gets in the way of this, which is a very much a passion project and makes us extremely happy, and we hope it makes you happy as well. But last week was one of those unavoidable moments, and we've kind of taken some stock, right?
Well, because I cooked 7 meals, I was taking lots of stock on the weekend.
Vegetable,
chicken,
beef.
Yeah, look, we did have a conversation. I had a very interesting moment on the weekend when I went to edit the episode where I went, oh, shit.
No episode.
We don't have all of it.
We haven't done that episode.
The jigsaw puzzle does not work.
Yeah. It's there. Also, it gets a little bit hard with life and one sickness. We do this on the weekly before and stuff, and we got other things going on in the pipeline. I guess.
Shit. Sorry, I just realised when you said sickness, I forgot to get my flu shot that I was booked in for today.
Oh God, Lindsay's melting.
Whoops.
There.
Sorry.
So, break-in service. Not that it ever happens. Not that we're on a direct line to somewhere and get interrupted by something out of the blue.
I think we can all see why we forgot to record last week. Someone forgot to get his health shot. It's there. So anyway, look, can I just ask, what have you been up to, Luke? Let's catch up. What have you been doing since last we spoke?
Since last we spoke,
My wife.
Why is he doing your wife?
I don't know. I can't actually remember what we've shared and what we've not shared on the podcast actually in recent weeks and months.
Nothing last week.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
Let's harp on about. Look, can I say? I know Lindsay's been building a fence, so let's get over it. No, that's a bridge. Sorry, Lindsay. What else have you been doing?
Building a fence. I've been doing some work around the house, but I'm in that phase of being a parent.
Yeah.
I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Okay.
Where we've kind of realized...
that's not a phase, right?
Yeah, it is.
Phase being a parent.
A phase of being a parent.
It's a 30-year phase.
Then into middle childhood, then into late childhood.
No, they're a bit of hard work at the moment.
That is the best way of describing that phase of your
Is that
life.
like the understatement of all time?
I would love to go back to building the fence, please.
And we've kind of realized that since we've had kids, we've lost our identity as individuals and as a couple. And we kind of so we went for a date night for the first time in a long time this week.
Did you manage to talk?
Yeah.
About anything other than the kids?
Yeah, we took.
Did you go together?
Yes. And then But yeah, it's just we've now realised we have to try and figure out that next balancing act of trying to figure out.
It's an important thing. I've got friends who have got kids that are leaving the house and they're reacquainting themselves with each other now because they're like, fuck, we've got to live with each other again. Fuck. What does that look like
That's my relationship right now,
without
and
these
it's
other
not good.
without these other humans in the house that got to mitigate or modify what we need to do? It's just you and me. Fuck, that's raw.
I'm in that very phase right now, and I'm fairly sure my wife is realizing, oh shit, it's too late.
Is that why she got a job?
Yeah, so she could leave me alone. Because it is, I often talk about the phase that you're in, Lindsay, as being in the fog. Because there's a big fog of parenting. You're kind of like in this middle of a bubble where sometimes your friends are just there. And if you don't have friends in the same phase, sometimes it's really hard to connect with them because, you know, like if you got friends who have similar age kids, you can go out with those because you know your kids are going to get, you know, have stuff.
Similar routines, right?
God forbid you have friends with no kids because they don't get it.
I don't talk to them.
Yeah, they don't understand, and then you kind of slowly lose all of those things around things that aren't to do with your kids, and then there is a moment though where you come out of the fog, and coming out of the fog is the first phase of coming out of the fog is really nice because you're like, oh, we can sleep through the night. We're not by nap routines. We've got the ability to go places, the ability to do things. The kids are a little more autonomous.
They'll wake up and get their own breakfast.
And then you get to my things where it's the complete opposite, where we actually go, come on, kids, come out with us. Come and do something. Like, we'll buy you dinner. We'll buy you things. We'll entice you. And they're like, no, we're right.
I will sum it up perfectly with get your mind out of the gutters. But what we did after we finished going to dinner.
Slept?
We talked about going bowling or taking a drive. We went home and moved the TV into the master bedroom so we could watch TV in bed and get an early night's sleep. That's what we did.
That's all.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be that kind of episode, Lindsay, if you want to go into that kind of detail.
But,
yeah. Good work.
What about you, Brett? I know life has been a little different for you lately.
I have been. Look, I'm 7 months into a new job, so the shine's worn off.
I'm talking about the change in you.
I've always had these boobs.
Oh, I thought that was surgical.
No, that's K and F. See?
You're the C in that equation.
It's the steroids in the KFC that provide me this ample bosom.
Wait.
People who have never seen me. People who have never seen me are going to think I'm some kind of Fat Albert, booby. I don't know what.
Buxom.
That's
buxom. Buxom wench.
And
hairy buxom Chewbacca.
And you're right.
Should be in a Carry On movie.
Look, so I started a new job. The shine's worn off, not just on the job, because the job's real now. It's not, I can't get away with shit. It's my job. People are asking me to do more because they realise I'm capable and I'm fixing shit that's outside of my job.
Fool.
Right. That's problematic, but lovely, and I'm really enjoying it, and it's really good. It's just taking up a lot more of my time, and there's no space in the day to kind of just sit back and kind of take a breath. It's full. I've still got a very busy life. I get up before anyone else in my house. I do breakfasts and lunches and dinners and iron uniforms and prep for days and stuff. I've also taken up a role at the PNC as a secretary. So there's a whole new, how do I get my hair in a bun? What pinstripe skirt am I wearing? Whole heap of
very Mad Men
right
to that. It's the buxomness.
And on top of that, we do this, and I play another game of D&D, and I try and have a life with my family. And that's a lot, especially when in a work life, it's not just work 9 to 5. There's nights and weekends. 2 weeks ago, we did a show and it was pretty full. So the ebb and flow of that, I think my days are full, but they're full of good shit.
See, I'm just struggling because my wife went back to work, and now I have an element of domestic duties I've never had before. And it's hard. I really empathize with people who do stuff in their house. It's like, no, I can no longer just come home and play video games to my heart's content. Like it's really difficult and it's real, guys. Like, thank you for really empathize. Why are you all looking at me like
We're
that?
here for you, Justin.
You all have the same expression.
We are absolutely here
on
for
your
you.
face.
Almost
Yeah.
like you're an only child.
But you know what?
Oh, we wish.
The upside of that, though, is that now we have enough money to go and do things, which we've never really been in a position to do before. So on the weekends, we're actually going out and hanging out and doing things and maybe taking kids with us and going like lawn bowls. I've joined a lawn bowls club because, you know, that's the next phase of my life. We've started playing.
I thought you couldn't bend over. That's lawn bowls.
We started playing pickleball. So we went and had some pickleball games. We started it's really nice to get out and know that you can just go somewhere and afford to do things that aren't like really creative. Like we used to have to be very creative about bringing snacks and all that. And we're like, we'll just go there and have dinner. And then it's which is really nice, but it's also very filling to have to do the other side of that, which is washing and ironing and cooking and cleaning and oh, that's so draining because 3 teenage boys.
They should be helping you.
They should be. Thank you, Lindsay. If you could let them know. I never knew such rage in my life as a child who puts a can not in the recycling part of the bin. Oh my God, I have raged so hard about this one thing. Even mid-rage, I was like, why is this affecting me so much? But I'm like, I've told you time and time again. Who did this? I will find it. It was like a witch hunt through my house.
It's almost like you were hyper-focused on...
Don't you try and analyze me, Luke.
One of my... This is going to come across... Sorry, Lawrence, if you're listening. I know you don't. A guy at work...
Is he one of our 10?
No. Definitely not. I don't think he knows how to spell
I think you
D&D.
mean one of our perfect 10.
I don't think he knows how to spell D&D.
But she wears a 12.
Anyway, no, not a good joke. Right, fine. Moving on. His daughters are 18, 19, something like that. And it amazed me the other day because he got a phone call at work because one of them used a vacuum cleaner.
Whoa.
She dropped a glass of water. So she used a vacuum cleaner to vacuum up the water.
That sucks.
And broke the vacuum cleaner. And I'm just like... My daughters are 2 and 4 and know how to clean up water. You don't use a vacuum.
It's very simple. Mom! Mom! Hey, Dad! Where's Mom?
Oh, fuck. Someone's going to have a problem cleaning this up later.
That'll dry.
That'll evaporate.
Yeah, guys, don't walk there. It's wet.
Slip hazard.
Dad, can you give me a drink of water? Mine's falling over.
I found my wife the other day with the dust, like the stick vacuum, vacuuming the big vacuum. And I was like, that really is a vacuum cleaner. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
My wife does that too. Why?
It's dusting off the vacuum. I don't understand it. I don't know.
What did she clean the little one with?
You don't.
They
All right.
each other.
Hold on.
It's cyclical.
I get it. I get this. So let me see if I can put a little bit of perspective on that.
Yeah.
You don't wash your dishes with a dirty rag. Why would you vacuum your house with a dirty vacuum cleaner?
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay. I'm unfamiliar with vacuuming, so I think we've established this.
But you know how to suck.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. That's how I got to where I am in life.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That does bring us to something that probably we've got to talk about right now, because the Fumble Through horizon is bright. There are things coming up, and I think we're all excited. And that is also kind of what we've been beating around what we've been spending some of our time doing. Don't laugh at beating around.
I didn't laugh. I raised an eyebrow.
We went from suck
I looked
to
at
beating
Brett,
around.
and that was it.
Yeah. So what we are working on coming up in the future is actually enlivening us. We've
been trying to beat each other off.
to get there faster. But I guess that it probably means that some of our energies are coming to that, but it also brings with it a little bit of an announcement that we need to talk about. So I'm going to hand over to our social media guru, Lindsay.
So,
You're pregnant.
as of today, this episode is going to be the regular episode. Next week, we're skipping, and it's going to be a fortnight release for the future. Not permanently, but as we get things going, we are keeping some time to do something that's coming.
Magical.
So we've got plans and we need the odd week to figure those plans out and get them in place. If we try and do that while releasing every week, shit's going to take ages.
It
So
just comes out like dust.
you vacuum that up. We need a bit of time to get our shit in order so we can come back with a
Thank you for saving.
repolishing, right?
Repolishing. Oh, we are. There is
Buffing.
something going
Buffing
on.
up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's been a while since
Fluffing.
we've been at the same time.
We're refluffing.
We're fluffing. Who's the fluffing? What?
What?
We're teaching Luke the rules. That's what we're doing.
No.
It's taking a long time. It's arduous. It's very slow going.
We've got to teach him to read first.
Yeah,
True enough.
Unfortunately,
In it.
Luke's the only teacher in the room, so we're struggling.
it's really bad. It also gives us some time to work on our socials. It gives us time to work on some other things. It also gives us a little pause so we can do life and get life the way it is, because it's complex. No matter what phase you're in, I get Lindsay's phase. Luke and Lindsay are in similar phases. Brett and I are in middle. Brett's in the middle phase. I'm in the end phase of all that. But no matter where you are as a dad, where you are as a parent, where you are as an adult, things are always going to fill your cup. And you've got to figure out what's important and make sure that it's one person filling the cup, not two people filling the cup.
We need some time to work on some shit. And let me tell you this.
Like announcements.
We've been doing some planning. Some of the reason why our lives are full is we've been doing a bit of planning. We've been doing it for a long time, and this is a really purposeful little gap every second week so that we can come back with something we're very, very excited about. We think it's a really good step forward for what we've been doing. We think what we do is wonderful, but we think this is a really nice little spin on that, and that when we do that, it'll provide us with a whole heap more opportunity to kind of open this thing up and do what we think we do very, very well and take it to a broader market. There, I've said it.
Good. Well, let's move on then. So today, or this weekend that just went by, as we're recording it, it's in the future, but we're going to release just after this. It's Star Wars Day. So I want to know what you guys are intending to do. We do this every year. It's the annual Star Wars Day intro. What are the annual rituals, ceremonies, celebrations that are taking place, and can I come? Can I? Anyone? What are we doing for Star Wars Day, guys?
Excellent question.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Are you guys still coming to the movies? You two?
I totally forgot
Luke,
about
Lindsay, you coming to the movies still? You all right?
Still, what do you mean?
The 6 movies? We're going to see the 6 movies together?
Nobody said anything about that to me.
I know you don't want to say it in front of Justin. We're holding close to that rule, but
When's the movie, guys?
there's 6 movies. All 6 movies being shown on the day.
I thought all 9 movies were being shown.
No, they don't count. They're
Yeah,
three.
we're not going to see them ones.
There's only 6 movies, Justin.
You just told me to come to the Force Awakens.
Yep,
To
correct.
The Last Jedi.
Yep, correct.
And the Rise of Skywalker.
Correct.
I've ordered my tickets for
Yeah,
those.
and the Christmas special.
So,
Yep, good. You guys good?
but are we doing anything? So I know this weekend for us here where we live, there's BrizCon.
I was going to say.
So
BrizCon,
BrizCon, I'm intending on doing a little bit of visit. It's free comic book day every year on May the 4th as well. So I might do a little visit to the.
It's not May the
comic-
4th. It's the first Saturday of May. It's free comic book day.
No, it's always May the 4th.
No.
It's been May the 4th more. Anyway, whatever. It's free comic book day on that day.
It is.
And so I intend on maybe going to the comic book shop, going to BrizCon, going to check that out, look at some miniature gaming.
Can I offer you something with
Yes.
BrizCon? After BrizCon, in that environment, is a noodle night or a noodle market, a Japanese, Asian food market at the same place.
I think they're doing a superhero dress up
Are they?
theme at the same Mount Gravatt
Oh.
thing. I don't know if it's that weekend actually.
It's
Don't quote me on that, but it's coming up as well.
Can I put something forward?
Yeah.
Sorry. I just had an idea, and it could be something we could all do together.
Yeah.
Can we finally play that Star Wars game that Brett goes on about?
Not with him.
Not the Star Wars RPG, the one with the...
I would love to do that.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, that one.
The miniatures one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. Let's get together and play some Star Wars. Let's do some of that. But then the week after May the 4th, because I need to do something Star Warsy, and I haven't figured out exactly what the Star Wars thing is going to be. I do want to go to the cinema because I know that they are playing but that's a long haul to
Is it
go
all
in.
back to back?
It's all back to
It's
back.
almost 10 hours of movie.
I don't know if I can do that.
It's a
to my
long,
wife.
it's a long time,
Yeah.
and I'm not fit for it. Like I would love to do it, but I don't know.
This is where we cut to a training montage.
Sit on the couch.
More popcorn!
Yeah.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Hold it, cork it. There is no tomorrow.
So I do want to do that, and maybe I might do like I might pop the DVDs in and watch them. Actually, I probably don't even need to do that. I subscribe to Disney Plus, so I can watch those versions. But I've got the old DVDs of the cinema releases, so I get to watch the original releases without the re-release kind of stuff. So and I prefer watching those because they're nostalgic for me, and that's just the way that I do it. But are you doing anything specific? Those of you with smaller kids, are you doing anything to introduce?
Well,
your kids
my
to Star
kids
Wars
at the
Day?
moment, I got my youngest daughter doesn't mind Star Wars. My oldest daughter is not a fan at all. My son's too young. So I don't know. I'm going to try and bring my eldest daughter into the fold. I'm hoping we can probably.
Is she the one that's not interested?
Yeah.
Well, you probably shouldn't have called her Jar Jar.
I'm thinking maybe the Acolyte will be a good way to get her in when that comes out, but that's not until June. So,
Okay.
but yeah.
What about you, Lindsay?
My girls are a little bit too young to get into Star Wars. There is that new Disney Plus cartoon that I should try and get them to watch.
Oh, the Jedi Kids one.
Yeah.
The droids.
But
The training.
Vivian, she's a 2-year-old, absolutely loves Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this little like Yoda thing. I think they came from like Woolworths or something at a point. They're like these little tiny Yoda like Star Wars dolls, and she carries that everywhere.
They're called action figures, Lindsay.
No, it's like a little fluffy doll.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
I think you got one just over there.
That's a
That
car.
thing.
That's a car?
No,
Yeah, it's a Toyota.
yeah. Anyway,
Oh my
is
days.
she?
Do you know what? I was really slow on that one.
Oh, okay. Anyway, if you ask her what she wears, she goes and gets her Yoda Princess Leia and Yoda pajamas
Oh,
and
cool.
wants to wear them even if it's not bedtime.
Approved.
So she is
I like
absolutely
it.
in love with Yoda at the moment. I don't
Okay.
know why, because he's a weird old dude, but
Oh.
Maybe
I think
Yoda's
it's because
pretty
I think it's
Grogu.
because for all the kids kind of things, he looks cute even if it's
wizened. What about you, Brett?
I've got a very specific plan for Star Wars Day. We're going to watch, I think, is the final episode of Clone Wars, which we're really into right now, my oldest and I. Then we're going to chuck on the second, we're going to download and pay for Dune 2. Then we'll watch The Hobbit, and then we'll watch Star Trek Beyond, just to get all of the Star Wars covered.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, I got no fucking plan. I've been let down by everyone and no, I don't have a plan.
I reckon I'm gonna.
We will watch Clone Wars. That's important, but probably Friday night.
let's play that game.
Happy to.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Are we all going to BrizCon?
When is it?
It's Saturday.
I'm busy.
What?
I
Yeah.
thought that's what you were going to say. I'm busy. When is it?
Oh wait, is it this
It's Saturday. It's this
I
Saturday.
won't be here.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm going camping.
And once again, you see why we have pauses. Justin sits alone again.
And this is how it
naturally.
rolls. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
I was gonna take some time in the afternoon and go to BrizCon and just have a look around. I think it's enjoyable. I wasn't going to take anyone with me because that's not enjoyable. But I'm happy to go with you, Justin,
Yeah.
because that's a like-minded person who doesn't complain about all the other bullshit that happens at those things.
Yep, cool. I'm happy to do that.
Yep.
That leads us nicely into this week's dicey question, which we haven't got to because we've been talking a lot. And it's a pretty simple one. It's easy. What is the best part of the entire Star Wars storyline? All of it. Why have you chosen this moment? Pick your best bit of Star Wars. All of it. Think of all of it, canon or non-canon.
When you say best bit, do you mean like
pick one
a
bit.
scene?
Pick
Like not
one
like an
bit.
overarching thing,
Yeah,
but like
I've
a
got it. I've
scene
got
or
it.
a moment or a...
a moment, a scene, something specific.
I
Uh-huh.
got it. It's 4 seconds of Star Wars.
Mhm.
It's Obi-Wan and Darth Maul on Tatooine in the animated scene.
That is great.
Where
Yeah.
it's all in the pre-stances. It's all in the... It's a 5-second scene, but all the work's done before they battle, and it's one big fight, not even one swing, and then Maul's down. Obi-Wan holds him. I understand what's going on, but everything happened in the 3 stances beforehand. Obi-Wan went from his normal stance to Qui-Gon's stance. You see Maul going into, I'm going to take him down like I took down Qui-Gon. Maul didn't grow. Obi-Wan had grown.
Yep.
Obi-Wan reversed it.
Obi-Wan is the best Jedi in the world. That world, right then. Yeah.
That's really... Sorry, go, Lindsay. Go.
Lindsay.
Midi-chlorians. Luke?
Sorry, are we talking about worst moments or...
What is your M count, Lindsay? What is your M count?
Well done. Well done.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to pick a best moment.
Can I talk about midi-chlorians for a second? Because what you might think is shit actually is driving the Clone Wars TV show right now. And it's really an interesting point to go, okay, they're talking us through how the Emperor moved to that movie where the Emperor comes back.
Yeah.
That's the setup here. That's what we're working through. We're working through how the Emperor gets that cloning process underway and what he needed to do. And Omega, who, you know, Boba Fett's the Alpha, she's the Omega, is the blood he needs to replicate himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sorry.
When you say Clone Wars.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like, Clone Wars is very old. Bad Batch.
Bad Batch. I bundle them all in together because it's clones in Wars.
Yeah.
Well, George Lucas is a practitioner of Reiki.
And as we know, there are no Jedis in that because it's all about the army.
Yes, Lindsay.
Yeah, George Lucas is a practitioner of Reiki, and he based the Force and midichlorians on what he perceived Reiki, Reiki life force to be.
Right.
So,
Okay.
This is just a little bit of fun fact.
Do you have a real one, Lindsay? Or was that actually a real one?
I can't really pick a... It's hard to pick a best moment in things when you get given very little time. I like the pod race. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
You are landing them tonight, aren't you?
Wow.
Oh, we're seeing the generational gap here.
Yeah, we really
so
are.
clearly.
Pod race.
Do you love that bit where Jar Jar falls over and the tank rolls over him? Is that the best one? Really
Hit
nice?
the nose.
I am honestly trying to think of like the first moment that really caught me in Star Wars, and I think it was just the grandeur of it. I can't think of a single moment that went, this is the best thing ever. I think it was.
I can talk you through my first moment, and it's Darth Vader stepping through on Tantive.
Right, you've had your time.
All of that, the smoke, and he just walking out. That first moment. If you're not in on that, you're not in.
I would say mine was just before that bit where the door blows off and all hell breaks loose.
With the
yeah.
What about just before that when the ship's flying through space and
the opening scene is beautiful?
There's the Rogue One. Are you talking from New Hope or Rogue One? Because Rogue One redid that. Is that what you're talking about there?
New Hope.
Yeah. The original moment with the Dusty and the guys crouched in the corridor.
I do have a real one. Mm-hmm. The very first edit of Han shooting first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Before it got nerfed.
Do you have one, Lee?
I've got loads, so
one.
I'm just going to try and slice them through. I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you two.
No, just one.
No, I'm going to give you two. Like, Lindsay's had 5. Doesn't matter that they're shit and not real. I'm going to take 2.
But yours will be quality.
One is that moment just on Hoth, at the Siege of Hoth, just before, and then the first shot's fired, and then straight after that, where it just, again, like the boarding of the Tantive 4, it just goes ballistic.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely in there. And it's so one-sided. Yeah. Like, the AT-ATs coming in, they didn't care. They're just gunning down everything, and you're really like, oh, this is going bad. And it goes bad for the whole movie. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons that movie is my favorite one, Empire Strikes Back, is because the bad guys win at the end of that movie, and it's all looking pretty shocking. The other moment...
Can I interrupt for a second?
Why change your habits?
Yeah, because I saw something the other day that was hilarious, and it was a guy skiing down a hill, and then they cut to the AT-ATs shooting, and then blowing up the guy on the hill. It was amazingly done. It was so good. Yeah, it was really, really well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're right. That's right. My second one is actually in the animated TV show. I think it's the Clone Wars, the later episodes where you've got Ahsoka stood in front of all those graves of clone troopers she's just dead. That moment is so powerful and leads right into the whole Ahsoka story arc later on with the new series.
The tales.
Yeah, just so good.
Yeah.
So good. Real moving scene.
They're quality moments.
Yeah.
And if you go there, then you'd go, following on from that might be the Ahsoka fight in Tales of the Jedi where she's training to fight clones, which leads up to the prequel of that moment.
Yeah.
And,
Sorry,
all of that ties together.
Did you read that scene of she just beheaded them and had their heads on spikes?
No.
What did you say?
She just buried.
Yeah, so she's
beheaded. And
No.
wow, you read that totally differently when I watched it.
But you may well be true, Linz, because in the Tales, she learns how to fight clones and overcome the stunning. So very possibly that was the troop that she had to walk through in the as she was trying to get out of that Star Destroyer to fight her way through because everyone else had Order 66, and that's where she needed to get through.
I assumed she had buried him, but I thought you said beheaded him, and I'm like, wait, I thought you just were watching Star Wars in a very dark, tinted way.
Hey, don't yuck on my yum.
I'm going to give you mine. And I'm going to take you to a place. It's dark, and the smell of popcorn's in the air, and all you hear is this brum bum 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 da 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 da. Things roll across the screen. Just that moment. Every time I've got goosebumps right now just thinking about it. Just that moment is just so magnificent. Every time, because it's the same thing, and regardless of which movie it's going to be, you've got this moment and the anticipation, the inner smile, the radiating smile that if my entire body could be smiling, every orifice in my body is smiling at that point in time, all of them. Think about it.
Just the music?
The music, the darkness, the thing rolling over the screen, usually the swipe down into either a world or a ship going across. That first just 3 minutes of going over. No, sometimes they pan down into a world and then the ship goes past.
There's always a ship.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like the pan down into a world and then you see the ship come past
I remember the first time I saw New Hope and you see the Tantive go over the top and you go, oh, that's really cool. And then
the Star Destroyer comes in.
And the Star Destroyer, and you're like,
That particular one is always the one I think of first, is that, and I always think of the Spaceballs version, which just keeps going on and on, which is a wonderful parody of that. But just that moment, because no matter when that moment happens, the anticipation is there. It's almost like, for Disney as well, the Marvel movies, hearing the old Marvel theme, like the old one, because I've changed it a little bit. And I remember
that one?
Oh, X-Men 97 is so amazing.
Is that on Disney Plus now?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
The Marvel theme and sitting there, I just remember sitting with my kids and the four of us singing the entire Marvel theme, just being so excited. And this is around Endgame when Marvel was just gunning. Everything was just gold, 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 gold. We are the best. We were, they couldn't sustain it, but they will still be better than DC every time. Every time. I'm looking at you, Peter Gunn. Try it. But yeah, that's my Star Wars moment. But we've got other moments to get to.
Oh, sorry. Can I just have a special mention? Can I just one more special mention?
I only had one moment.
One special mention.
Credits.
One special mention.
I'm happy to listen, Luke. Anything about Star Wars, carry on.
It's a trap! That is awesome.
I have altered the deal.
Yeah. There's so many. Okay, you could just go
So
for
many.
days. Go for days.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Star Wars, I love you.
They're our moments.
I know.
But there's a new moment we've got to get to because you know what, guys? We got a game to play.
Oh.
And that brings us back to the beautiful game that we like to play each week. After 2 rounds of combat, the shrieking sound has stopped. Miles.
Thank fuck for that.
Miles was successfully flying over the top of stuff.
You are such an old.
He was floating over the top of the fungus. I was with you till that bit.
Lindsay's shrieking sound hasn't stopped.
Tia and Reg, though, are standing base to base with this huge fungal creature inside of the in the archive room.
The fungi.
Miles and Tia still feel nauseated by the sickness from the otherworldly shriek that came out. Not the first shriek. Would you like me to do that again for you, Brett? The first shriek, that was the alarm sound. There was a shriek that was guttural and kind of it brought in things from other planes.
It's the one that was whispering things in our brain, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Like usual, Flopsy is watching from behind at the edge, but within the range of
Within
the
bomb
large, no, within the range of the large tentacled creature. But we have 2 rounds. Now, remember as well, one of the things that I probably didn't write down notes, because I've started writing notes about stuff. And I didn't write this down because it is there, but that some people were actually disadvantaged after a very, in retrospect, a very harsh call was made by the GM last time we played. It was about a fumble that happened, and a fumble that gave everyone. I'm not taking it back. I'll never take anything back. Yeah, don't look at me like you're flying there, Lindsay.
It doesn't matter.
He's not. He's levitating, I thought.
No,
It's already
it's a whole different thing.
It's going to be 4 seconds and it's going to be over. So
That's what she said.
Something you said, Steve.
Oh, man. Oh.
I like that we looked at each other, knew we were going to say it, and still went for it. It's
This episode comes with a dickhead warning.
it comes with a fucking
as does every episode, does it not?
90s joke warning.
Brett looked at me and shook his head, and I knew.
Yeah, but who got disadvantaged after Miles? Because Miles did a fumble, and then I rolled the fumble because I forgot my thing. I brought it this week, but forgot my fumble deck, so I used one that was online, and it said all your allies are disadvantaged unless they can roll. And then I gave them a chance to roll against you. So I think Tia got disadvantaged.
No?
Is
Nauseated?
nauseated but not disadvantaged. There were 2 people that got disadvantaged.
No.
I think I did, actually.
If only there was some record of...
Yeah, I did write it down, but the thing about it is that only lasts for 1 round. So it really only impacts you until Miles's go, but there's a couple of people that go first. So I don't know. I don't know how
It
to
only ever lasts for 1 round.
Impacted on the
unless I
surface.
name of his
I reckon
sex
we
tape.
could bring in a 14-year-old boy and we would get
What's
less jokes.
That sounds sketchy as.
Yeah.
Bringing a 14-year-old boy.
Name
Maybe
of his
his
sex tape.
I'm just going to be on my phone if everyone needs me.
Look it up.
Let me know when it's
14-year-old
my
We
turn.
need fly rules, yeah. Too soon? Too soon.
Oh, Gene Hackman's 94.
Get out of here, really?
Isn't he dead?
Oh, the old ones and the young ones. Oh, yes.
Hasn't he passed on?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
I
94.
love
Pac-Man
Gene
is
Hackman.
gone.
I love Gene Hackman.
Crimson Tide, yes. Love that
Oh,
movie.
so many good movies.
Yeah.
Name 2 more.
What's the one where he goes down south for a murder? There's a murder. I can't remember the
Mississippi
Come on.
Burning.
No, I can't. Come on. I'm not on with drugs.
Mississippi Burning
Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
Right, there you go.
with Matthew McConaughey.
Behind Enemy Line?
I don't understand you guys.
Mhm.
How does Go Down South not get the same reaction as...
We weren't listening to you.
He said it, not me. I don't get it.
Superman.
Yeah, classic, yeah.
Yeah, that is a classic movie. Anyway, round number 3. We are moving back into combat. We are going to start round number 3 with a Flopsy number 23. Come on down. A duck and a 3 thing. Bingo. I've had a lot of caffeine.
That's 22. That's
22 is 2 ducks swimming.
yeah.
Yeah. 23, 2 ducks. One of them's got a stiffy.
I don't know
Well,
what's
2
going
ducks,
on.
Ducks'
one upside
penises
down.
are shaped like corkscrews.
What's going on?
It is a very weird.
What the fuck is going
let's
on?
just move straight into the game. 23. Flopsy,
Fucking
what
hell.
are you going to be doing? You find yourself standing in a room. You are within a tentacle range of this creature. I want to let you know, I want to be very clear about that because this creature does have some
15 reach.
tendrils.
Isn't it 15
Yes.
15 foot reach?
Yes.
And a substantial amount of attacks, if I recall.
Yes. You know, some people would be happy with me not to put them in the reach of a lot of attacks from a creature with multi-attack.
Recall if we did a knowledge check on this creature.
You did do a knowledge check, and it was
From
so
planes.
obscure
Yeah, no one
that
could
you
tell.
did not
Oh,
know.
that's right. I did an extraordinary knowledge check. And
You did
still
like a
couldn't
27 or
figure-
something
Yeah.
crazy like that.
Yeah, but it was knowledge nature that you needed.
knowledge geography.
What about knowledge local? That work? Cool. Thanks for considering.
Flopsy's going to step back 5 foot.
Okay, if you step back, because remember you've come around a corner of some bookshelves,
so he can't get out of reach and cast a spell.
If you're going to do that, you got to do it and then move out of range. Like if your intention here is to do something and then not get hit.
No, I want to cast a spell and not get hit while I'm casting.
The attack of opportunity stuff.
Just trying to explain to you what I want to do, so you can tell me if it's possible.
Well, the thing is, so 15 feet is 15 feet roof. So
I'm feeling attacked.
Good.
And I shall attack you back.
I'm playing by the rules, Justin. I'm telling you what I'm trying to do, so you can tell me where.
Yeah, you have to move around the bookshelf, so it depends on the spell. Like
Ray of Enfeeblement.
There is no way for you to shoot the ray without getting an attack.
Without getting smashed.
You have to be in sight of it.
Which would be all of my spells from range, then, right? Because there's no casting without getting smacked. That's what you're telling me. So unless
you've got a touch spell or something that you can deliver,
you throw a bomb around the corner,
or throw a bomb or something. Yeah, but anytime you do a range from where you are, like that, you are literally 15 foot. It's got this entire corridor covered.
Yeah, so Flopsy's just going to step back around the corner. Mm-hmm. Take full cover from the corner if he can.
Yeah, and drop a bomb on everyone.
And just keep his head looking around. He can't throw around a corner. That's not cool. There's no line of sight there. The coverage.
That's on brand, isn't it?
Stop or I'll shoot. Then throw.
He might hit the enemy immediately. No, he's going to do that. And
just remember, Miles is also around. He's not in this same corridor. He's in a corridor right next to it where he has just gone to get the creature that was screaming and then hit like this.
Flopsy just said that creature died down and moved in.
Yeah.
Saw this. Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Reginald, what are you going to do?
So I'm still base to base with it, right?
You are definitely base to base with it.
So did we establish that I actually am disadvantaged?
No, let's say no.
So I'm going to...
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling... Dun, dun, dun.
All right. You okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm feeling good.
No, that's going to get too confusing if I do that. Right, okay. Don't realize too many dice in my hand, and I'm not going to go which one's with which attack. So I'm going to go full flurry.
Yep.
So I'm going to brace. Hang on. Yes, I'm going to brace myself into a sitting stance or horse stance, so nice and low, and I'm just going to 2 straight punches straight in it.
Okay.
At the same time, like.
Yeah, let's do a twin vertical punch, as they say. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. All right. So does okay? Does a 14 hit?
No.
Okay. So does a 10 hit?
No.
So as I do this full twin vertical punch with both hands simultaneously. One goes wide, and one just comes straight back round and smacks me in the face as I confirm a fumble.
Oh,
is that because you've been trained to call that a vertical punch when it's horizontal?
It is a day in the Fumble Factory today. People have a tone. There's a tone.
No, genuinely, isn't that a horizontal punch? No. Isn't that a vertical punch? No.
I'm with you.
Vertical like this, maybe one on top of each other.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I am actually with you there, Brett. In the description of that, did you say like Hogan?
Japan. I started.
Have you? There is a. I can't remember what the comedian's name is now, but there is a bit where Pete Holmes does this bit where he's like, there's a guy in a booth at some point. He's like, all his life he's trained. He's a trained actor. He goes in the booth and they say, "What are you going to do?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm doing this video game." He's like, "Hadouken, Japan." I'm like, so good. It's such. Anyway, press a button that says natural attack.
Luke has just pressed a button.
What does it say, Luke?
Luke looks perplexed.
I bit my tug.
What?
Easy.
I bit my tug. You take 1 point of bleed.
I wasn't thinking.
Okay, put your tongue between your teeth and say, "I bit my tug."
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So 1 point of bleed damage.
1 point of bleed damage. Now, this is bad because this is going to be now every round until you can fix that. That is
Easy.
bleed 1. Ooh, gross.
And you take a hit from that. Your actual hit point. So you take 1 point every turn.
Yeah, no, no. Yeah,
All
I'm going to. This is old. I need to
All right.
rewrite my thingamajiggy. Yep.
And now we move down to a very nauseated Miles McCarthy, also in base to base with some type of creature that you just fumbled upon.
Okay. Is this screeching mushrooms?
This is a screeching mushroom that you have a giant 10-foot sword in your hand.
Now, are they above me or?
No, they're on the floor. So the mushrooms are human side. So they go up the wall a little bit and all the way down. But there's a whole heap of mushrooms that form like a humanoid shape that is blanketing.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say what I want to do and you're going to tell me why I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Being that I am directly above this mushroom-shaped creature,
yes,
I'm going to levitate, fly directly up as far as I can.
Yep.
And then cancel my spell so I fall on it.
Okay. There's no reason why you can't do that.
Okay, do that.
Unless nauseated, unless
here it comes.
here's the only description. I don't think this fits. Cast spells or concentrate or cannot attack.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm using gravity
to do that.
to do that for me.
Okay. Doesn't this spell have an auto featherfall to it?
No, you said I had to cast it 3 different ways for it to do that.
So there's no auto featherfall.
Unless you're going to retract that statement.
No.
No, it's the vertical flight that I'd have a problem with your fly skill.
His fly skill, he gets bonuses to that. Now that he knows he's got one.
Right.
Because his fly skill's good, plus he gets half of his caster level bonus. So,
Go on, do it.
I do that.
There. All right. So you fly up to the top
Do you want me to roll?
and you cancel that out, dropping 10 foot.
10 foot. That's 1d6, isn't it?
Not for the first one.
Oh.
Only after the first
I'm still a big heavy thing landing on it.
is there.
So you're making yourself an improvised weapon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Just roll a d20 for me.
You got your cleats on today?
10.
A 10. You do not land upon you land on enough of it, but it's not enough for significant amounts. Like, how there's lots of little mushrooms that are all kind of sucking in air.
Is it like Mario Kart? Those massive mushrooms that you bounce off of. So he's come down and
and then he hits a brick, and the other mushroom comes out and slides around.
My main goal was to stop some of those mushrooms from sucking in. So that was my goal.
The secondary thing that you have done, though, is in this area, the sound seems to have stopped in terms of a sucking in air.
Landing on a half-inflated air mattress.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, instead of sucking in now, it's like there's not enough to make the
so it's like a half-broken kazoo.
Yeah, it's like
You're going to attach the conch now?
yeah.
Makes you bagpipes.
The conch goes into one of them and all right. That brings us down to the creature itself. What an interesting time for this creature and I'll have you know, one of the things that you guys don't know as characters, but I'll let you know as players, is that this creature was developed for this particular module. So that's one of the reasons why it's very difficult to identify, because it's never been seen before in Pathfinder lore. Its only first appearance is in Voices of the Void. Yeah.
It's got a voice. Free information.
Yep. So what it's already done, it's done its Star Shriek, so it's made people nauseated.
Star Shriek.
It has. So
It's like an episode of Pop Idol.
What?
It's got like the voice.
Like Pop Idol.
Well, the voice. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's auditioning. It's auditioning.
I just kind of imagine Popeye trying to sing a song.
Can I ask a question of you? Because one of you also failed your unsettling appearance. You saw it and you take -2s.
That was me.
Yeah, that was you. Okay. So
That's why I've stuffed up on my...
Okay. I'm just having a look at what it can do. There's a few things that it can do, but I think that is going to be... Look, I'm just going to go straight out with this and do a bite. So there's two of you that's in front of it. So it's going to split its attacks between you. So the first attack is going to probably go at Tia. So let's try that. That I don't think on a 15 is going to hit you, Tia. And then I've made a choice today, and it's a very, very bad one. Does a 14 or an 8 hit you, Reg?
Oh, it does not. No.
Okay. Did I say 14 or did I say 17?
You said 14 and an 8.
I rolled a 14. Does a 17 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. So what I've chosen to use today is a new set of metal dice. Would you like to describe those?
I can't see them.
It's tiny. I didn't think you were holding anything.
They are.
That's what she said.
They are literally 5mm dice, and I thought, what a really cool thing to do. I'm going to use these new dice that I've got, and then I rolled them, and I'm like, I can't read that.
You need something with
They
something
just
that's
look like-
one needs to have a popping number.
They look
sound.
like pebbles.
They're cool.
They
But
are.
in this light.
We'll wait.
Now I got to go get new dice.
No, you're all right.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Use those ones Luke just rolled.
Yeah, take these. Have a test tube. Those ones historically have never rolled well for me.
The test tube dice.
This particular set of test tubes. The other ones, the green ones are great, but the brown ones here, that's why they were retired. I just forgot about it until just now.
All right, dice have been exchanged. I've got some new dicey dices here, Brett. I'm just going to put my stuff on your laptop there. Thanks for giving me the real estate. So that was 2 tendrils. The creature, again, is not very effective, and it brings us to Tia. Tia, you are nauseated.
Standing here,
Yep.
not able to do anything but move. Not got to move.
I'm standing here looking at a plant who's looking at me. All right. That gets us back to round number 3. This starts the round with Flopsy. There's a lot going on.
There
in my
is,
head
eh?
right now. Yeah, shut up. I shouldn't have had
Are you
this
good?
caffeinated drink. I had literally
I
had a
dread to think what
coffee
you'd
and
be
a
like without
Pepsi.
it, right?
Right, back to back just before, and now I'm pinging. All right, Flopsy, what are you going to do?
Flopsy pulls out a scroll and casts it.
Excellent.
He's got mage armor now.
Oh, okay.
+4, Miles?
Yeah,
Yeah,
+4.
+4.
All right, that gets us to Reginald. Reginald, the first thing that happens is that you have to take 1 point of damage because
Correct.
you have bleed happening upon you right now. What are you going to do, Reginald?
This thing doesn't have any legs, does it? It has a stump.
It has a like tendrils, like I guess, lots of little things that go into the ground.
Okay, well, with his bloody nose, he's going to try a different stance this time.
Sure.
I say stance. I probably shouldn't say that because there's loads of rules about monks having stances and stuff like that. So he's just going to try a slightly different tack, and he's just going to come down with a hammer fist and an elbow.
A flavor stance.
Yes, that's cocked. I'm going to have to redo that one. Sorry.
I call bullshit.
No, it genuinely was. I could, yeah. What am I doing?
Justifying bullshit.
Yeah, 20. Sorry, 20 on the first hit.
That definitely will strike the creature.
Get him.
6 points of damage.
Oh, Reginald is doing
So the
some-
hammer fist blow comes down and then a
some
quick spin
damage.
for an elbow strike.
Yeah.
So talk to me about this, right?
Yeah.
I just rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
But it has a -2. Does that still count as a
You
natural?
are an
Natural
auto
20s,
hit.
natural
Yeah,
20.
auto hit on the natural 20. So that would be 25 with the negative.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh my days.
So this is, unless you roll a natural 20, this is the one that you need to hit to confirm the crit.
Okay, so this is going to be a 23 to hit
Oh, that is very much
on the conformation.
a
for the
confirmation.
Are you-
So back, this is 2 in a row.
Are you gonna
Now
lick
we
it
have
with
to
your
go
tongue?
into the toe.
Don't forget to take your bleed damage.
I did that. I only do it once per round, right?
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, do I get a chance to do
Hit it with a natural attack, please.
bludgeoning, magic, slashing, piercing? Magic. Because they're magic
bludgeoning.
attacks. But they're magical weapons, my fists now, right?
They're
So
treated, but they do bludgeoning damage.
bludgeoning. treble bruise, double damage, and 2d6 non-lethal damage.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's good.
That is, eh?
That is good. You could knock this thing out.
It does say terrible bruise.
Does it? I
Yeah.
Treble. I was trying to figure out what that was.
I'm like,
It's probably because he's
it's
bit
the
his tongue.
Yeah, it does another word.
Treble damage.
All right, roll your double damage and then
So-
give me 2d6.
So it's essentially 46. This is great. 46 plus 2.
Oh, you have to separate them for me, though, please.
Okay, so the double damage,
Yep.
8 points of damage.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's pretty poor, actually. A 2 and a 4. Not too bad. So it's averaging
This round,
3.
this round though, you've done almost a tier.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So here we go for the, is it non-lethal?
Yeah.
6. Averaging a 3 on each. Man,
Okay.
I am going to get a t-shirt.
Consistent.
Yeah.
Very much so. And that brings us down to our next character, which is Miles, who is still nauseated.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to tell me why it doesn't work.
Okay.
So lying on
it's
the
you.
ground, I only have a move action.
Okay. You're not prone.
Am I not?
No. Because
Huh.
you didn't take damage. You haven't
But he
fallen on
fell,
your
though.
bum. Yeah.
He fell into a superhero
If you
pose.
fall and take damage, you fall prone.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this creature is covered in mushrooms.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick one.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. You pick a mushroom
Because that's a move action.
from these things.
Yep. I pick one of the mushrooms that's inhaling and I pick it.
Okay. you pick that mushroom good, Miles. All right. Anything else doing?
No, that's all I can do. I only can do a move action.
Okay. And that brings us back to the creature.
So I'm just slowly going to pick it away until there's no mushrooms left.
What's the creature going to do? I think
It's getting a pedicure, a facial at the moment. So
I think it tried this against you. No, actually, I think it's tried it against both of you and failed. So I don't think I'm going to do that again. I think I'm just going to go back to the standard. First, we're going to open with a bite on Tia, which is going to miss. Then we're going to have a tendril that is going to miss Reg, and a second tendril, which, you know, both they have a pull to them, but you're so close that it's not going to work. And I don't think a 16 is going to hit you either. So altogether, a very unsuccessful attack from the creature, bringing us down to Tia.
you glad you swapped those dice?
Swapping them again now. Even swap my dice tray.
Tia's still nauseated. She'll stand here still because she realises she's absorbing some attacks.
Yeah.
It's not all Reg. If she could move past it, she would, but she can't, so she won't.
Excellent. That brings us down to round number 4. Round number 4. It's a good round. 4. It's a round number. Starting at the top with Flopsy.
Flopsy's going to do something unusual. Draw his dagger
Yeah.
and acrobatics in to base with this creature.
Holy shit.
He's feeling boldened by his mage armor.
Shiny.
So what's the acrobatics check I need to do, and how many of them do I need?
Okay, so if you are moving through a threatened
space.
area,
Yeah.
it is the opponent's CMD.
19.
Ooh. Your acrobatics will kill.
I literally everyone's watching that before I came here.
All right, yes, you acrobatics through. The tendril comes flying out and you're just going...
And I've got enough movement to get in and stab it?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So you are...
Is he flanking with me?
No, there is no ability to flank. There is a piece of fly in the ointment here around where you're going, because there's 2 creatures occupying the space in base to base here. Can you throw the dagger?
If I threw it, I'd get hit by a tentacle.
Well, do you know this or do you not?
He knows that when he's at range and if something's going to hit him, he would.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not. He's smart enough to know that.
Yeah. So that is the fly in the ointment, and I will let you change.
So he can't get into base to base because Tia's there, right?
Because Tia and Reg are both...
Can he bury underneath the creature?
Yeah, it's just mushrooms.
No.
Can he fly over the top?
No.
Anybody got a bag
Well,
of salt?
if he
You
can't,
can throw it. So
No, if you can't roll into base to base, he'll try and get around the other way.
Here's something that you as a character would know, that most things don't get multiple attacks of opportunity, and you just provoked one and acrobated past it.
So can I walk through its space to get behind it?
No, because it's taking the entire space up.
But you could,
Then you
walk
could
through
fly over
Tia's
it.
space. Or Reg, because he's smaller.
Well, it's not walk through, you just step over, right?
Unless you have reach. Unless Tia can move back or Reg can move back and you swap spaces with them, you need a reach weapon to get in there.
Right. Perfectly rolled up behind Tia.
Yeah.
Great.
Ready to maneuver if that is so what you so desire.
Nope, he's going to cast a spell,
Oh, okay.
thinking the attack of opportunity has been absorbed.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Mhm.
Great. Is the creature 5 hit dice or less?
Yes, the creature is 5 hit dice or less.
Can you make me a DC 16 save on will, please?
Just gonna ask you this question, Brett, before we get any further. What kind of spell are you casting now?
It's a ray.
Yeah.
Range touch.
Yep.
Sorry, range. Is it touch? No. Yes. Hang on. Fuck. I was looking up a different spell.
We're doing great tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck. Sorry.
For a little startup podcast that's only been going for just a couple of episodes, you'd think that, we're allowed to mess up. Like if this was over 100 episodes in, you'd probably be upset with somebody that didn't know how to play the game by this point. But
at 14 range touch attack.
Okay, at 14 range touch attack, you are going to hit. And it still gets a save at a
No, it
range
doesn't.
touch
I was
attack.
reading the wrong. Yeah, fortitude half.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that this creature has a subtype to it that makes it immune to something. So I just want to know before.
I have no knowledge of this creature.
Yeah, that's why I want to know what you're doing.
So it's a ray of enfeeblement.
Mm-hmm.
It hits. You get to roll a DC 16 fortitude save for half of
Strength damage.
Yes.
Okay, it does not have anything that I can see right here that makes it immune to that. I did a fortitude save. I've just got to find this. Oh, it's pretty good. I'm going to keep this dice, actually. 23. I rolled a natural 16.
So you get half of 7, which is 3 points of strength damage.
3 points of strength damage.
That would have been good, 7 strength damage.
Just to make it harder for me. Okay. So it's neg 2. It's neg 2 to hit damage. Okay. Doesn't get to the neg 4 zone at that point. All right. That's actually a pretty good thing to do, Flopsy. Reg, you're bleeding, so take a point of damage,
That's
please.
right. Let's take that 1 point of damage. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Sensing the peril that he's in as the only other person in the party that's actually engaging in any serious combat is Flopsy.
Hey.
Knowing how dire that means the situation actually is.
Yeah. Shit hit fan.
That ray was awesome. You just saw
No. Hey, I'm not dissing that, but the fact that the other two combatants in the party are nowhere to be, or like vomiting and
she's
just,
right there taking half the hits.
Yeah, but she's not looking good.
Hey, easy.
I was going to use touch of idiocy against her, but too late.
Well, an intelligence 6 is a bit wasted, right? Okay, so 4-round attack again. Same old. Going to come in. Going to go for a straight punch and then a follow in with a nice headbutt.
Okay.
For the punch. Oh, okay. Natural 20.
Wow.
Oh, hang on. That's confirming with a 20.
Let's confirm that.
Oh.
Before the next thing happens,
damn.
Let's confirm that. That's where we are right now.
Lucan. Bludgeoning, you said, right?
Just Japan.
So I just... It's already got the one. Just tap it again. The treble one. Okay. Off balance. Normal damage and target provokes attacks of opportunity from all threatening opponents.
Is English your second language?
It is tonight.
So... do your normal damage.
Do my normal damage. We know it's going to be 3. Hey, I rolled a 3. So that's 4 points of damage.
Okay.
All threatening an opponent.
Now, take an attack of opportunity.
Yes,
because that's an immediate action.
Oh, that wasn't so good. 15.
15 is enough to hit.
Seriously?
Yeah, this thing doesn't have a big armor class at all.
Okay. 4 points of damage.
4?
Well, 3 on the dice.
Oh, right.
And 1 for the strength.
And the creature
It's breaking brand.
falls.
No, I had a
to the
headbutt left.
Still headbutt it. Most
Do you
of that,
wanna-
a lot
you
of
can
that
headbutt
damage, you know, some of that
it's all
damage
good,
is
it's all good.
subdual.
It's all good. It's all
It's,
good.
it's only unconscious.
Yeah, that's true.
You can come up wearing a toad hat.
How does it fall down? It's a mushroom. Describe that to me, Justin.
The tendrils that are on the floor that allow it to move all disconnect from the floor and fall over.
Right.
You didn't ask me whether you could trip it. The answer to can you trip this creature is yes.
No, I know, but I was trying
Does
to
this creature have a huge bonus to trip? Yes.
Well, we should have done that. But, I thought I'd diversify a little bit on my techniques.
Could Reginald have actually tripped this creature with its bonus? Yes. Probably pretty easily.
But I rolled
actually.
a lot of criticals, so I'm happy
Yeah.
with
You did
that.
well.
You did really well. Reg has got to feel nice looking at Tia at this point in time.
Looking good.
Tia and Miles, of which stop being nauseated at the end of this round. It just so happened that after your round, this section, you would stop being nauseated.
Oh.
You have been stabbed, Holy One.
Yes, that's right. That's what happened. I stabbed myself in the nose.
Ugh.
I did not
Is it- are
see
we
it.
out
I
of
was
combat?
feeling awful.
Sorry, are we out
Sorry,
of
the
combat?
tongue, yeah.
Yeah. Can you do that again in your proper accent, please?
What do you mean in my proper accent?
Without a tongue?
Oh, my. What was the lead in?
Yeah.
Line!
And scene. You have been stabbed, Holy One.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what happened. I got stabbed.
Bravo!
Look out, Julian. Score. This thing still looks like it is living. Shall I stomp it?
I don't know. Do what you want to do. I just bit over here to have a tongue.
Is everyone okay?
Tia's going to just drive her sword through it because
Yep.
it looks like it's still breathing.
Yep. And you take out the remainder of whatever life it has left, rendering it never able to stand up again. Dead.
And if Flopsy can, he's going to go and put about 15 holes in that shrieking mushroom so it can't hold air anymore.
If what you know about the shrieking mushroom, and you guys have actually done the you beat this DC, it's light. Light is what triggers this thing.
Yep, Flopsy's going to put about 15 holes in that so
Yeah.
Justin never makes that noise again.
So it's light that's the trigger.
Yep. Flopsy could cast darkness on it,
Yeah.
but that would hurt everyone else in the room. So he's going to put holes in it so it can't suck in the
Perfect.
air.
Yeah. So at this point, we've got Tia, who's taken some non-lethal damage from when she first stepped in.
Mm.
We've got Reginald, who's bleeding.
I just need to do a heal check. For
They're
that, right?
they're the only things that are still going on right now.
No.
You have to get healing.
Miles got hit.
Oh, okay.
So
You could
only ongoing damage.
you could
is
staunch
kind
it
of
with
what
a
I'm
healing kit.
thinking of.
Ongoing
Yeah,
damage. Yeah.
Well, I guess, being hit is ongoing damage.
Yeah.
If non-lethal is.
I
being
did
hit is-
things.
Yeah.
Who's taking damage? Everybody.
Couple of us.
I'm just gonna.
It's not a lot of damage.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna burst them. That's great because that's not a lot of healing coming out. That's fine.
Justin, does one normal healing get rid of all the subdual damage that I've got?
Correct.
Okay, so I burst for 5. Typical.
Okay, so all of the non-lethal damage that Tia has disappears immediately.
So my
Your-
your
bleed damage-
there we go. That's much better. Okay, cool.
That was much better than your 3 that you normally do.
My 3.
Yes. Never mind.
What are we doing? And Flopsy's having a look around. Flopsy's trying to investigate what's going on.
So you start looking around the rest of this archival room.
Yeah, he doesn't want to disturb too many spores, knowing that puffs of spores went up in the air. Still got his cloth over his mouth, but
You feel like all of those threats are gone. So especially even the fungal mushroom, you come near, like as soon as light kind of comes within about 10 to 15 feet of it, you hear it go. But between what has been done to it, it's going to take a lot longer. It's going to take a lot longer to recharge than otherwise. The fungal spores that came out from that when Tia stepped in that spongy spot have dissipated throughout the room. And again, it's probably going to take a little while. Like it's not going to go on forever, but it's going to take a little while for that to regrow, I guess is the best way to describe that. So it allows you to get a chance to look through the this entire room.
Let's do a search and maybe do a little detect magic while I do it with my arcane sight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see magic everywhere.
So
there's warding things and who's it, what's it.
The tall wooden bookshelves again in this, just to give you a reminder, they are bursting with books and scrolls, and which are encrusted with brightly coloured mould and fungal growths. As you get towards the wall where the creature was, those growths expand dramatically, like it sort of bringing in. And that's where you think that door that you tried to bang on in the other room has these growths on the other side of it. And they are quite thick on the other side. So, they grow up, the floor gets higher, the roof gets lower, the walls come in, it sort of tapers off. The bookshelf that is closest to that is probably the most encrusted of everything. Everybody, as you are moving around this, just give me a perception check if you're having a little looky through.
Looky. Reggie gets a 25.
Mm-hmm. Reggie said it first, so he gets it. Reginald walks around the corner of a bookshelf and you see a mound in there and you're like, that mound looks a bit weird. And you walk up to it and you kind of kick it with your foot a little bit and a little bit of leather strap kind of flops out. You bend over, you pick up the leather strap and an entire backpack, half overgrown with mold, is pulled out of this. It chinks a little bit. You can feel some weight as if there is some stuff inside it. 5 pounds of weight to be specific.
5 pounds?
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I found something. Come look.
What have you got there, Reginald?
Something heavy, something leather.
Right. Well, if it's too heavy for you to carry, then I'm not going to be able to carry it.
I don't think it's that heavy. It has some weight. I just think there's something in there that might be of...
We'll open it up. Let's have a look.
Sure.
Give it here, then.
Let me just dust the mushrooms off. Can I open it?
Mm-hmm. You open it and you look inside. You actually jump scared him.
Actually made me jump.
That's so good. Oh, the wheels are falling
It was right here.
You open the bag, you look down through the opening and you see nothing but darkness.
It's a window to your soul, Reginald.
This is one of them special bags.
Perhaps.
There's ones that are...
consistently weighing the same amount no matter what you put inside it. Tia's got one.
I can't identify that, can I?
I can.
Can you tell me what it is, Flopsy?
Spellcraft Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The spellcraft is 23.
Mm-hmm. It is, you believe, a handy haversack.
Handy haversack, that's the one.
This is a very special one. Some of them hold lots. This one gives you what you want immediately. Don't have to rummage around in it.
It's got a couple of pockets.
Yeah, put your hand in the pockets. Doesn't hold as much, but you get what you want very, very quickly. Look at this.
If you know what's in it, though, right?
Well, you've got to put things in it. Don't put another bag of holding in it.
What if there's stuff already in it? How do I know to get it out if I...
Roseanne Kabar.
What?
What?
What the fuck is that?
Nothing's in it. See? I said the magic word. Nothing.
What happens if we turn it inside out?
Stick your head in there. Have a look.
Or give it a big shake.
Turn
it upside down and an object falls out of it.
You lied.
Yeah. So a canopic jar.
What the fuck is that?
So it falls out of it. I believe it's a very ornamental old jar that might be used in something like embalming.
Flopsy's from not Flopsy. Miles is from a farm.
The alchemist in Flopsy wants to do an appraise on that, if that's okay. Mm-hmm. Is it valuable or is it a... Yeah. So 29 is an appraise check.
You believe that this jar looks like it, again, comes from something that might be in a tomb. So these jars, if you think about these jars, they're like little
Assyrian?
potty jars that have heads of jackals or mummies or that kind of stuff. So just give me a knowledge history or geography.
Which one would you like, Justin?
Whichever you would like to use.
Well, let's go with history then, hey?
14 on history for Miles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Flopsy's got knowledge history. Is there another knowledge that might work?
Geography.
Yeah, not that one either.
You keep asking for knowledge geography.
Because that's the one I know no one's got.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, you know enough from your general knowledge. Flopsy's a pretty well-read person. Miles, you also know this, that these jars are used in the mummification process and they are Assyriani in nature. So this thing is probably one of the relics that has been taken out of a tomb. Again, even though this jar has come out, it looks a lot larger than should have fit in that backpack, and the backpack still weighs 5 pounds.
Ah, yes, so you can fit big things in there, the size of the hole. Quite massive.
Hey, Flopsy, you have a better memory than I. Wasn't Amirisada...
Esmeralda. Esmeralda.
Yeah, wasn't she digging around in Assyriani?
Yeah, she was coming back from a treasure haunt.
Do you reckon this could have been her backpack?
Well, yes, and she was coming back with a silver thing. So maybe we should look in the bag for some other things. Just stick your head in there.
What was it? It was a codex.
Hold on.
It was a
like
silver.
a canister.
Hold on. And Flopsy just sticks his hand in and has a rummage around.
Again, Flopsy, just roll me a percentile dice.
That's not that one then. 33.
You kind of, I guess the first thing that you feel is your sense is there's multiple things inside of this.
He just keeps pulling shit out.
Flopsy continues to pull out more of these jars. There's like a jeweled death mask that would go over the top of someone's face. All of this ancient looking
It's
golden.
just like that scene in Austin Powers. We're just seeing it in shadow and he's pulling more and more things as...
Maybe. So a gilded ushabti. I'm not sure what that is actually, to be honest. I believe it's some kind of like a weapon of some sort, like a little dagger that they would use in embalming. You get other valuable, let's say, Assyriani relics that start to pop out. Also inside of this, you pull out a scrap piece of paper. And you look at that scrap piece of paper, and in common this time, not in Assyriani like the last time, it says, "The eye is always vigilant." Yeah. Which is very interesting when you have a look at the jeweled death mask with eyes and the collection of things.
Flopsy
very much an eye is
pulling all this stuff out.
Yeah.
Miles is going to use his large falchion as kind of like a shovel. He's going to try and start scooping away the mushrooms to see if there's any corpses nearby where we found this pack.
Where you found that. So where are you going to go? I haven't actually finished with all of the perception checks yet, just so that you know.
Okay.
But would anyone like to do some type of appraisal check?
Yeah, I was going to say, because I'm going to do a magic, detect magic maybe.
19 for a Flopsy.
You believe that if you found the right collector, you believe this stuff might be worth about 500 GP.
Oh,
not a lot then.
So altogether,
it's enough to set Miles' family up for years.
But then the question is, does it belong to you? Does it belong to the museum?
Yes, mine.
So these are the things that you probably need to look at.
Not a problem.
Flopsy.
Mine.
You also ping magic things out of this. Okay. And just make a general, what is your minimum check for doing
on a spellcraft? I'm plus 11. On a knowledge
just roll
arcana,
3 of them
plus
for
14.
I'm going to do that just for fun, even though I'm not there.
I rolled a 14, a 17, and a 20 on the dice, so I should be cool, man.
First one was a natural 20. Third one was a natural 20.
20s for days, it seems.
Yeah.
But you have to have, you also have detect magic.
I have detect magic, but I'm not there.
Flopsy.
Yes.
You also find a chime of opening.
Oh, hello.
A scroll of detect secret doors. A scroll of gaseous form.
You just lost one of them.
And a whip feather token.
whip feather token.
A whip feather token, because what do all good archaeologists need?
Oh, yeah,
They
true.
need a whip. So a feather token is basically a token that transforms itself into a whip for one use.
Would you like to put this with the other feathers in your cap there, Reginald?
I'll take that.
Yeah.
You want it, Miles?
You want a whip? Yeah. I think Miles will use a whip more
Take that,
than
Miles.
I don't think I'll ever use it, but we cool. Goes with the conch.
It might be better than that bloody scimitar you keep trying to wield and
That's
poke
only when they're
yourself.
asleep. Yes, sir. I don't know what happened to my accent. It's only for when they're sleeping.
Spit your tongue.
Justin, what was that? There was a chime of opening, a whip of...
Secret doors detect and gaseous form. And the whip feather token. That's my whip.
Cool whip.
Cool whip.
These things sort of happen, but at the same time that Reginald found this bag and was uncovering, we also had some perception checks from 2 other people.
Indeed.
So what were those perception checks? Please, other people,
I honestly do not remember because I
re-roll.
I heard 25 and went, oh. Because I can't ever roll 25 in perception.
It was 6 for 10.
Yep. Flopsome?
Flopsome.
Flopsome? That's his official title. Flopsome.
Flopsome and Jetsam.
23 for Miles.
Oh, Miles. Good.
Flopsy's on 25.
Okay, Flopsy, we're going to just flick over to you. So keep that. All you need to know now, success. We'll get to you in a second. Flopsy doing what Flopsy does, starts looking at the bookshelves, looking at the scrolls, looking at all of the things. And you can't start going through and picking up books that you think might have some information in them. You think that inside of the information that you've got here, if you spent maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes inside here, you could garner some information out of the books that are here. Do you want to do so now?
Of course, yes.
So
Why would you stop? Why would you not get information
you know
immediately?
that, but pause, because maybe you got to talk to your partners about this. What you find, Miles, at exactly the same time. So this is exactly the same time. Bags found. Flopsy's kind of like, oh, here's a bookshelf that's mostly untouched. I could probably read this. You find a very spongy piece of fungus on the floor, all the way down in the deepest depths, where it's almost 10 foot. Here, it's been squeezed down to, and you get your big sword out and you start poking it through the ground, and your sword goes all the way down into the hilt. You put your foot on the fungus, and it kind of bounces like a bit of a trampoline, as if maybe there is no solid floor under this section.
Guys, I think I found a way down. I'm going to start trying to cut it away.
Mm-hmm.
Slicing mushrooms. Just,
Nice.
Cutting the mycelium and
Whatever.
moving it away
It's
slowly.
useless. There's this book here. We should just quiet down.
Well, you do that. I'll start working clearing out this mushrooms.
Shh.
Anybody hungry?
Yeah. Delicious dungeons, anyone?
Is it edible?
I mean, no mushrooms are edible to someone, right?
Would you like a hot pocket?
Have you got one?
Sure, there's a hot pocket in my... Don't disturb me while I'm reading. Just in my bag somewhere.
Okay, rifling through.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long, Miles, before you open up a section of the floor here that's roughly a 10-foot hole that descends down into darkness.
No stairs, just a hole.
There is a stairway that circles around it, a very naturally hewn stairway.
Levitatable down the middle of the stairway.
There is a thick scent of musty decay, and you can hear the sound of faint dripping water echoing from below.
So there's no trapdoor or anything. It's just always there. It's always open.
It looks like
Don't be going down there.
it's hard to tell because you just sort of opened up a hole, but it looks like it's a natural furrow in the ground.
Okay,
Like somebody's opened or dug or something, opened this up. The tiles have been removed. I guess, how do I describe this really? Do you remember Indiana Jones with the X inside the library?
Yep.
It's like that. Somebody smashed the tiles on the floor open, and this is below those tiles. So this is certainly not an intended part of this room.
Guys, I've found a broken passage leading down there. It's like it was hidden by paving stones.
Oh, yeah. It's a natural furrow there as well.
Just I'm reading. Shush.
Put them in the handy haversack and let's go.
There's interesting things in this book.
I know, we can read them later.
I'm reading it now.
Walk and read. Come on. Let's go, Flopsy.
We got to find this lady before she expires.
What? 15 minutes. Just give me 15 minutes.
Okay, let's go on without him. He can catch up.
Where's Tia?
Tia!
That is mustier than the Mwangi expanse down there.
At least you're saying moister.
I'm not splitting the party. Come on, Flopsy. Get up. Let's move. Come on. Bring the books.
Why can't we just... What's the rush?
You walk in with... This mission is time sensitive, Flopsy.
She's been down here for days.
Exactly. All the more time sensitive. So come on, let's go.
Come on.
You just walk behind us. You keep reading.
Have you seen the name? This book is called Cool Shit.
And it's not just one book. Like, you would have to have, like, this whole shelf of books.
Can't leave. Look, this one references that one, and this one's talking about that one, and there's
Just grab them all, stick them in the bag, the handy haversack, and then let's go.
Righto, we'll do that.
Yeah. And all of you move around to the lip of this hole in the fungus, as we like to call it. And you kind of look down at this descent. You, again, smell the mustiness of that. The emanation.
Sorry, I was just thinking of musty funghole.
Yep, the hole in the fungus is musty.
Oh,
imagine that. Mm. And I guess you're going to have to deal with that next time. Because, you probably got a week to deal with your musty fungus hole.
Figure out how to deal with it.
You deal with it.
Let's make some ointments.
Deal with your musty fungus.